everybody, welcome back to Diesel Creek. My name's Matt. Behind me, my 1980 auto car constructor. Now, if you guys have been following along since the beginning of this project,
Matt Stetar, the man behind Diesel Creek, once lived a life of stability and luxury. Is a beautiful rusty relic here. This is a 1960 Brockway Husky Semi, at least that's what I've been told. This is actually my first time seeing it. Actually agreed to buy this truck back in the summertime, bolstered by his family's thriving business. But now he's trading comfort for grit, choosing to dive headfirst into the demanding world of machine restoration, leaving his high-paying career far behind. His life is now consumed by a passion that doesn't pay in luxury but in legacy. Tune in because as Matt strips away the rust, he's exposing secrets that no one expected, the forgotten machine that sparked a legacy in the small but hardworking world of Diesel Creek. Matt, a man passionate about restoring old machines, made an interesting find while working on a routine project. He came across a piece of equipment that hadn't been touched since 1992. His curiosity was sparked, so he reached out to the elderly owner, who shared stories about the machine's past. As Matt scraped away the rust, he found a hidden compartment sealed tight. Although his parents never officially confirmed this, he was born almost 10 years after his oldest sister. Already know that? If you already knew that, you probably also know that I am a big fan of the Ritchie Brothers auctions. He spent his early years in a room that used to be his mother's sewing room, which was turned into his bedroom. He grew up in a stable and comfortable household. His father was well known in the office supply business, owning a company that sold copy machines and office supplies. His father's success in business provided financial security for the family for over 30 years. This allowed him to go to a Catholic high school in West Virginia. Though school didn't come easy for him, outside of school he dreamed of doing hands-on work instead of just learning theories. He wanted to build things, to bring his creative ideas to life. This desire eventually led him to restore diesel machinery. Now, his channel Diesel Creek isn't just a place to learn about engines, it's also a reflection of his journey from a young dreamer to a creator who brings rusty old machines back to life. Want to know more about how he turns forgotten machines into powerful engines? Let's take a closer look at his work and what drives him forward. He took a leap to sharpen his metalworking skills, turning a small interest into a passion. His story of going from a curious learner to a skilled welder and machinery enthusiast shows the value of persistence and patience. He grew up in a family where fixing things was part of everyday life. His dad, who worked at an office supply store, loved fixing anything he could. This love for repairing things came from his grandfather, who was a mechanic. Although he enjoyed working on projects with his dad, he never thought of mechanics as a career. For him, fixing things was just a fun way to spend time. Unfortunately, I think at this moment we're going to have to dive a little bit deeper into the engine. I was really hoping to avoid that, but doesn't seem avoidable anymore. After high school, he didn't give up. He enrolled in a local community college known for its top-notch welding program. Unlike opinions about community colleges, this school had impressive facilities and offered a great education at a much lower cost than many big universities. He thrived here, picking up skills that would shape his future career. At first, he didn't see himself as a YouTuber or someone who'd operate heavy machinery on his channel Diesel Creek. His original plan was to use his welding certificate to get into construction. After college, he tried out different jobs before finding work at a landscaping company. He started by building retaining walls, then moved on to clearing sites and operating heavy machinery. His skills with these machines improved quickly and soon he decided to buy his own piece of equipment. Even though his construction job was reliable and paid well, he felt something was missing. He wanted work that was more rewarding. Around this time, he heard about a job opening at a local machine shop. He took the chance, excited to learn more about metalworking and machinery. This choice turned out to be a major turning point, leading him toward a career filled with learning, challenges, and a deep passion for his work. He stood in the repair shop, looking around at the familiar machines. Over time, he had discovered something unique about himself. He had an impressive talent for understanding and fixing big machines. He would joke that he had a superpower. If he looked at a machine long enough, he could figure out how it worked and spot any problems. He loved working with old heavy machines, seeing each one as a fascinating puzzle to solve. Their simple designs made it easy for him to understand how each part worked. After gaining a lot of experience, he felt ready for a new challenge. He set his sights on a job at a facility that made steel additives, the same place his father had worked before he was even born. It led me to believe that this was probably on a pipeline job somewhere, used by some sort of an environmental crew that goes out into the remote locations and makes sure that there's no. This job offered more stability and a better paycheck than his previous jobs. Feeling excited, he handed in his 2-week notice at the repair shop, looking forward to this new chapter in his life. But just a few days before his last day, he got an unexpected and disappointing call from his new employer. The company was facing unexpected problems and couldn't follow through on the job offer. Feeling let down, he asked to get his old job back at the repair shop. Luckily, they rehired him without any issues. Some people whispered that there might have been other reasons for the company pulling the offer, but no one ever confirmed them, so the real story stayed a mystery. Back at the repair shop, he couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more out there for him. Not long after, he heard about a job at a transformer manufacturing plant that was only about 30 minutes from his home. For 6 months, he helped build large transformers that were so big they had to be moved by train. But his career journey was far from over. A cousin of his who led a road construction team soon offered him a position. Once again, he switched jobs. By the time he turned 23, he had gathered enough varied experience to join a union, which gave him new benefits and opened more doors. In his latest job, he spent a lot of time on road construction projects. After some time, he moved to pipeline construction, wanting a break from the constant noise of traffic. Just when he thought he'd settle in, Matt's story was bound to take another twist. Every step seemed to bring a new adventure or a fresh start, and who knew what would come next? Just when he thought he'd found his path, a new unexpected journey began, the Diesel Creek story. Have you ever wondered how someone with no experience in machinery could become well known in the world of heavy equipment? The protagonist from Diesel Creek did exactly that. Unlike many in his field, he didn't grow up around construction or mechanics. In fact, the only person in his family who had experience in this area was his grandfather, whom he never even met. So how did he make such a big name for himself in heavy machinery? The answer might surprise you. His story starts pretty simply. He lived an ordinary life, with no signs that he'd end up in the heavy machinery world. His family wasn't involved in mechanics, and he didn't have any early exposure to big equipment. His first real encounter with this world happened unexpectedly at his first job working for a landscaping company. At this landscaping job, he started with basic tasks, but soon he found himself operating heavy machinery. That's when his interest sparked, and he realized he enjoyed working with these big machines. After that, he moved on to work at a repair shop and later at an industrial plant where he focused on fixing and improving machines. These jobs helped him learn how different machines worked and how to make them perform better. Pray that it'll ever run again, and I've also seen things that you go back there and just turn the key and it fires right up, so hard to say what could really be wrong with this thing, but today we're going to find out. In 2011, he began sharing videos online of himself riding dirt bikes and using various extreme vehicles just for fun, but by 2019 his focus shifted, and he discovered a real passion for heavy machinery and fabrication work. He started sharing his knowledge and projects centered around heavy equipment, and people quickly took notice. His growing audience turned his hobby into a major role, making him an influencer in the industrial equipment field. What truly makes him stand out among other content creators isn't just his skill with machines but his authenticity. He's not in this for fame or a quick paycheck. Instead, he does it because he genuinely loves working with machines. Even though he now has more than 500,000 followers and several popular videos, he isn't raking in millions as some people might expect. Estimates say his net worth is around $300,000, not a tiny amount, but modest compared to other online personalities who often show off expensive lifestyles. His earnings mainly come from YouTube ads and a few sponsorships, but anyone can tell that money isn't what drives him. His passion and joy for the work he does shine through in every video, which is a big part of what makes him so relatable to his viewers. Anyways, I know this wasn't exactly a home run, but I hope you guys appreciated the video anyways. If you did, let me know by leaving a comment down below and hitting that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel, doesn't toss you guys a dime. In his personal life, he isn't single anymore. In 2021, he married Eva, and now the couple lives in Pennsylvania with their dogs. They enjoy a calm, peaceful life and often spend their time pursuing their shared interests. This quiet lifestyle is a far cry from the high-energy, busy lives some content creators lead. For him and Eva, a day spent doing what they love, whether that's tinkering with machines or just relaxing together, seems to bring them real happiness. These glimpses into his personal life add a touch of warmth to his videos and help his viewers see him as more than just a guy who knows his way around a wrench. As his channel has grown, he has chosen a different path from many content creators. While others might see their success as a chance to build a big brand, launch products, or even turn their channel into a business, he doesn't seem interested in that route. He's not focused on creating an empire or even expanding beyond his current setup. He doesn't have merchandise, isn't pushing to branch out, and seems completely happy with things just as they are. He simply wants to share his projects and his passion for mechanics with his audience. This straightforward approach is one of the reasons his followers respect him so much. They know he's in it for the right reasons. In recent months, he has taken on a fascinating new project that has captivated his audience. He's working on restoring a car from 1964, a classic that was left sitting in a barn for years. The car, untouched and layered in dust, is the kind of challenge that excites him. For him, restoring it is more than just a job, it's a way to bring a piece of history back to life. Now, I've gotten lucky buying the inoperable items at the auction before, but if this thing just starts up, that's next level lucky. Each part he works on is like uncovering a hidden story, and his audience is hooked on each update. They don't just watch for the mechanics of it but for the journey he is taking with this car, peeling back years of neglect to uncover something special. This restoration is a big job, but he doesn't rush. He goes through each step with care, giving each part the attention it needs. His followers love this because they can see how dedicated he is. It's clear that he's not just fixing a car, he's showing respect for the past, for the time when this car was first built. He treats each rough, dusty bolt and every worn part with patience, working slowly but with purpose, and his audience gets to experience that same sense of appreciation for the car and the history it represents. His passion for this project is so much more than just putting an old car back together. Each part he cleans or replaces is like uncovering a piece of the car's unique story. It's as though every little part, whether big or small, has a memory connected to it, and he takes time to explain what that means. He shares interesting details about the car's design, talks about the unusual features that make it special, and even discusses the original choices made when the car was first built. For him, this isn't just about the technical work, it's about building a connection between the past and present, letting people feel a bit of history come back to life. Fixing each part, Matt saw he was finding old stories, not just repairing machines, secrets of an era on four wheels. As he works, Matt doesn't just focus on the mechanics. He takes the time to share his knowledge in a way that makes you feel like you're learning a secret about the car. He talks about why certain features were included, what they reveal about the time period when the car was made, and even what they say about the people who designed it. For example, he might talk about a quirky part of the dashboard and explain why it was made that way. It's clear that to him, each little detail matters, down to the smallest bolt or screw, and in explaining all of this, he invites everyone watching to step into the past with him, experiencing the excitement of seeing history brought back to life. Matt's audience isn't just there to watch him fix an old car, they are there because he offers something more. People are drawn to the feeling he creates, the way he brings out emotions tied to the past, and the sense of wonder in restoring something old and worn out. The car becomes more than just a rusty machine, it becomes a piece of history with stories hidden inside. Through his careful work, Matt helps his audience see that even something long forgotten has value and beauty, and it's this attention to detail and storytelling that makes people come back to watch him again and again. Throughout his process, Matt finds beauty in both the flaws and the strengths of the car. He doesn't just aim to make it look brand new, instead, he appreciates the scratches, dents, and faded paint, seeing them as evidence of a life lived. Each mark tells a story about past adventures, former owners, and different times. What's up everybody, welcome back to Diesel Creek. My name's Matt. I stumbled upon an old piece of equipment while I was out working on a little job, ended up talking to the old timer that owned it, and he explained that the thing had been parked since 1992. He makes choices about which marks to keep and which to polish, understanding that these small imperfections add authenticity to the car. This approach resonates with his audience, who value the balance he creates between keeping the car's history alive and making it functional once more. Matt frequently stumbles upon new, surprising elements that add layers to the car's narrative, enriching its history and deepening its character. Such discoveries underscore the notion that every vehicle, every mechanism, possesses a rich life beyond its visible facade. Through Matt's meticulous restoration efforts, one can see that his work transcends mere mechanical skill. It's a form of artistry. His profound attention to detail, his unwavering commitment to maintain the authentic essence of the car, and his passion for the restoration craft distinguish his work as exceptional. For Matt, every step in the restoration process is as meaningful as the final outcome. He finds joy in each small achievement, from the way an old piece fits just right to the moment when a dusty part shines again. His followers share this journey with him, feeling the excitement in every discovery and the satisfaction as each part of the car comes together. Oh, we won us a shovel and a grater. I'm going back over to the auction now. We're going to check these things out and see what we need to do to get them running. This is exciting. Having a cable shovel completes my cable machinery collection. Here, watching Matt work on this project gives people a sense of renewal, showing them that it's possible to take something forgotten and make it beautiful again. It's about so much more than just a car. It's about showing that craftsmanship and patience can bring new life to anything. His project has grown into something bigger, a shared experience where he invites his audience to look at forgotten things with fresh eyes, to see potential in what others might ignore, and to connect with stories from times long past. Through his dedication, he not only restores the car but also brings back its spirit. His work creates a bridge between what once was and what is now, something that resonates deeply with everyone watching. So in Matt's hands, this project becomes more than just fixing a car. It's a tribute to craftsmanship and a reminder that there's a story behind every detail waiting to be discovered. His journey encourages us to slow down and appreciate the beauty of things that have stood the test of time. There's something satisfying about watching the car slowly come back to its former glory. Matt's viewers find it inspiring, not only because of his skill but because of the way he respects the process. Well, we're back from the truck shop, and we got a couple more things than I had even gone out there bargaining for, so let's unload the truck and see what we got. He doesn't cut corners or rush, he moves at a deliberate pace, showing that he values the work and wants to do it right. His dedication has become a trademark of his content, and it's one of the reasons his followers admire him so much. Each time they tune in, they are reminded that good work takes time and care. Through this project, Matt has shown that he's not just a mechanic, he's also a kind of historian, someone who sees value in preserving things that might otherwise be forgotten. His audience respects this dedication, recognizing how he brings old machines back to life with genuine care. His mix of skill, love for history, and storytelling ability makes his content both educational and inspiring for those who watch. There's more to gain than just learning about mechanics. They are also getting a glimpse into the patience and pride that come from taking on a project with purpose. It's a reminder that sometimes the most fulfilling projects are those done with a steady hand and a deep respect for the craft. So is restoring the past worth the time and effort, or should we embrace the new instead? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.